It was a dark, cold night in the village of Umuocha. The wind howled through the tall trees, shaking the branches. The moon hid behind thick clouds, casting long, strange shadows on the ground. In a small hut at the edge of the village, 16-year-old Ife sat by the fire, listening to the crackle of the flames. Ife had always been stubborn. His mother, Mama Ife, often warned him, never talk back at an elder. It is not just disrespect, it invites trouble. But Ife thought the old ways were foolish. He had gone to the city once and seen how people there spoke their minds. That night, there was a knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Who is there? Mama Ife asked, her voice trembling. It is me, Papa Ogbonna, came the shaky voice from outside. Papa Ogbonna was the oldest man in the village. People said he was over 100 years old. They also whispered that he had powers, dark powers. Mama Ife opened the door and let the old man in. His back was bent, his eyes sharp and piercing. He walked with a stick carved with strange symbols. Good evening, Mama Ife, he said. I have come to warn you. Warn me. About what? She asked. Your son. Ife is too proud. He talks too much. He talks back. Tell him to stop, or there will be consequences. Ife stood up. Why do you always speak in riddles, old man? What can you do to me? You are just an old bag of bones. Mama Ife gasped. Ife, mind your tongue. But it was too late. Papa Ogbonna turned slowly and smiled, a cold, thin smile. Very well, young one. You will learn soon. Without another word, he walked out into the night. Ife laughed. See, Mama. He is just trying to scare us. I am not afraid of him. Mama Ife shivered and whispered a prayer. She knew the old man's words were not empty. That night, Ife went to bed laughing. But as the hours passed, strange things began to happen. First, the wind stopped. The night became too quiet. Even the crickets were silent. Then, a soft tapping sound came from his window. Tap. 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 Ife sat up. Who is there? No answer. He got up and peeked out. Nothing. He went back to bed, pulling the blanket over his head. But the tapping came again, louder this time. Tap. 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 Suddenly, the window burst open, and a cold wind rushed in. Ife screamed. Standing outside was a dark figure, tall, thin, with hollow eyes that glowed red. You were warned, the figure whispered. Ife's heart pounded. He tried to scream for his mother, but no sound came out. His throat felt tight, as if invisible hands were squeezing it. The figure floated closer, its long fingers reaching out. You spoke back. You disrespected an elder. Now, you must pay. Ife's eyes widened in terror as the figure touched his forehead. A coldness spread through his body, and everything went black. Ife woke up sweating. It was morning. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and everything looked normal. He ran to his mother. Mama, Mama. I had a terrible dream. A shadow came for me, he cried. Mama Ife looked at him with worry. Ife, it was no dream. I heard you scream in the night. I tried to wake you, but you were cold, like a dead body. Ife touched his arms. He felt normal now. What does it mean? It means you should have listened. Now we must go to Papa Ogbonna and beg him to lift the curse. Ife groaned. Why should I? I don't believe in his curses. But when he looked into the mirror, his blood ran cold. His eyes, they were no longer fully black. The pupils had a faint red glow. "Mama, my eyes." She gasped and pulled him close. "We must go. Now." They rushed to Papa Ogbono's hut. But when they got there, they found the villagers gathered around. Papa Ogbono was dead. "He passed in the night," one of the elders said. "He just closed his eyes and left this world." Ife panicked. No. He can't be gone. He cursed me. Who will lift the curse now?" The elders looked at each other and shook their heads. "No one can undo a dead man's curse. You must find your own way, boy." That night, the strange things returned. Ife heard whispers in the dark. Shadows danced on the walls. His reflection in the mirror moved when he stood still. His body began to change. His skin grew pale, his fingers thin and long. His voice became harsh and cold. Mama Ife wept. "My son, what have you become?" "I don't know, Mama," Ife whispered. "I don't know." One night, the spirit returned. "Your time is near," it whispered. "You will join us soon." Ife begged. Please, what do you want from me?" "Respect," the spirit hissed. "Obedience. You should never have mocked an elder. Now, you are mocked." Ife fell to his knees, shaking, crying. But it was too late. The curse had taken hold. Days passed. Ife no longer left the house. His friends stopped coming to visit. The villagers whispered that the boy was cursed, touched by the dead. Mama Ife prayed day and night, but nothing helped. Ife became weaker, his skin turning grey, his hair falling out in clumps. One night, Mama Ife heard a voice in her dream. "Take him to the forest. To the old tree." She woke up, heart pounding. She shook Ife awake. "We are going to the forest. Now." "Mama, I am too weak. I will carry you if I must." Together, they went deep into the forest, to a place no one dared go. There stood an ancient tree, twisted and black, with strange carvings on its bark. Mama Ife placed Ife at the base of the tree. She knelt and prayed, tears streaming down her face. The wind picked up. The branches of the tree moved, though there was no breeze. A voice came from the tree itself. "Why have you come?" "Please," Mama Ife sobbed. "My son. He mocked an elder. He has been cursed. Spare him." The tree groaned and creaked. "He must pay the price." "What price?" Mama Ife asked. "A life for a life." Mama Ife's eyes filled with fear. "No, take me instead." The tree's voice rumbled. "Are you sure?" "Yes. I will give my life for my son." The ground shook. A bright light flashed. Ife felt the cold curse lift from his body. His skin warmed, his eyes returned to normal. "Mama," he called. But Mama Ife was gone. In her place stood a white flower, glowing softly. Ife fell to the ground, weeping. "Mama! Mama!" The tree spoke one last time. "Let this be a lesson, child. Never talk back at an elder. Respect is the shield that keeps you safe." Ife returned to the village alone. He was healed, but he carried the weight of his mother's sacrifice forever. From that day on, he never spoke back, never mocked, never disrespected another elder. And at night, when the wind howled, he would whisper a prayer to his mother, the one who saved him with her love. Moral: respect for elders is not just tradition, it is protection. Never take it lightly, or you may pay a price you cannot afford. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling stories. Check back often, more thrilling tales are on the way.